goes down the funnel, pushes all of the content of the fire back into the cab. It gets quite warm, as you can imagine, sort of murderously, fatally warm, having all of that fire blasted into your face. Not good at all. Never mind. We've got some nice screenshots at least. Me and steam, eh? Me and steam. I love steam engines, but apparently there's too many things to fiddle with. Oh well. Right, anyway, on that basis, let's do a steam engine! So, what are we doing now? We are doing, if I press the right button, Donna Pass! And it's the cab forward! Because today's going well. So let's do another steam engine. Right. So this is a scenario I ran previously, and ran into problems. Now the reason I ran into problems is because of a little thing called a double heading bug. Welcome back, Joe. It's time to haul these boxes over the summit to Truckee. Do you think you've got what it takes? Be warned though, other trains in the area are having trouble up there, so watch out for them. Why is the sound all funky, or is that just from me? He thinks I'm in a tunnel. I tell you what, let's go back to that. Quit the game. I think because we did the blowback while it was I'm going to close the game and restart it. Because the blowback happened just as we were in the tunnel, I wonder whether or not the game still thinks we're in that tunnel. So didn't we just restart the game? It's coming back up now. Cheers, Fringe. Thanks for popping along. So say it's coming up now. It's coming up now. There it comes. Nearly there. Just firing it up now. Pacific Fruit Express. Start. Back. There we are. We are back. So that scenario I made a mess of previously was the PRR Pittsburgher from El Faba. You can download that from Steam Workshop. It uses the PRR K4 on Horseshoe Curve. That's looking better. Welcome back, Joe. It's time to haul these boxes over this summit to Truckee. You think you've got what it takes? Be warned though, other trains in the area are having trouble up there, so watch out for them. I love this loco. I really do. It just looks so weird. And that laser gun sound is these. They're related to the air brakes, if I remember rightly. So you'll see these firing off. More man, this is not a coal train, this is oil fired, and there is a what they call an auto stoker running under the train and into here, and it just basically brings it all in, and auto brings everything in. So there is no fireman. Well, there is a fireman, but he's not shoveling coal. I honestly don't care if I'm speeding. A number of countries have experimented with cab forwards. I can't remember the UK have one, but he might have done. We might have done. It wouldn't surprise me. The UK's experimented a lot. Germany had at least one. There were a number of actually of these. This is the AC-10. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is the AC-10. So there were a number of different AC cab forward locos. We've got an HO gauge model of an AC-12. There is no pole going Metro. I'm sorry. So this is the cab. Sit in the fireman's chair. Yeah, so the fireman is using this lever to operate these. So if I switch that on, that's operating the oil injector. So it's a bit like on the FEF. You'll notice that these windows have no wipers on them. That's pretty much how they actually are. You've got a window you can open at the top there, or you can open the whole thing and just get wet. And no, that's not a tax disc, that's a light. What is quite nice is the regulator linkage. So that's what this bar down the top here is. So as I operate the regulator, you can see it operating the linkage down the train, which is quite neat. So yes, I mentioned the double-heading bug. So there is an issue with double-headed locos, and this is implemented as a double-headed loco. And so if you run this using the HUD, you'll see this says 80% of water in the boiler. In actual fact, I've got 94% in the boiler, which you can see on the F5 screen. So you access that by pressing F4 and then pressing F5 twice. Press it again to delete. It gets rid of it. Press it twice to get it back on again. Yeah. So this is the. It's basically reading it from the wrong loco. So I've got 97%, so I can cut that, and then fuel is currently at 962, which is reading about right. Right, so what are we doing here on that? So down to 96, 945, good. Right, storm the bank. This is the first of our hills. Yeah, well, I ran this scenario previously, in between the last time on the channel, so the other day, and even though I didn't really have any problems firing the loco. What I did find was that keeping up to time was very, very difficult. I just got further and further behind. Because as you can see, I've not got enough power to get up this hill, so it just slows down. Just waiting for the boiler to get a little bit more. You can also see the fire mass going down really rapidly with the regulator wide open like this. Again, this train does behave differently because it's an oil-fired, it's not a coal-fired loco. Whoa, that's a long way down. Let's lean out, shall we? No. Track IR's scared. I don't blame it. Not entirely. Had the cut off in the wrong position. So that's already come down too far, and let's get water back on. So I've got this little window here to get my speed back up again, which is basically down to careful use of the cutoff. Really good luck. Now what we don't want to do is go too fast, because we want to be able to use some of the headroom to accelerate into as we go up the hill. No, if you're using auto fireman, the double heading issue does not present itself at all. It all works fine. Momman's just asked if you're using auto fireman, is it a problem? And no, it isn't. So as the train slows down, because more and more of it is on the grade, I'm just piling on the throttle. So in the whole of the stream so far, OBS is reporting 96 dropped frames, which seems quite reasonable actually. Oopsie. That's ready to turn off as well. Yeah, I would agree, Ninja. I think it's been very good actually. I'm quite pleased with Hitbox. Yeah, I said that's a good idea. I shall certainly pass the experience on. I'm sure Steve will as well. It makes a good backup. Cheers, Steve. Thanks for everything this evening. Right, how are we looking on for numbers? Low, low. Let's get them put back on again. Struggling up this bit of the hill, but we're almost there. This is the top, just coming up to the top there. Right, we've got to get sped up again by this point. Ed, I have no idea at this point, I'm afraid. After the shenanigans of today, I have no idea. That's better. What are we doing on water? And that's good. Water's suddenly up to 0.76, so that can keep going. We've still got the high ball, so we carry on. Hitting the next level of the grade now. Cheers, Dark. Thanks for everything this evening. .4% grade, just to underline just how big this gradient is. That's really, really sharp. So we're actually showing really low boiler pressure in the why is the boiler pressure so low? Let's turn the injector off. It's better. Now the boiler pressure's coming back up. Hey, welcome, JG. So I'm just looking at the boiler pressure up here. It's got really low. I made the mistake of using that boiler pressure, which is the wrong one to use. Don't put water on. Come on! Come on! Should have remembered the blower, shouldn't I? The brake isn't on G-force, the brake is on hold. No, it's on self-lapped. It was on. It's supposed to be on running. We're still technically moving forward. Boiler pressure is coming back up, 137. Oh dear. Come on! It's speeding up! It's speeding up! Come on! Yeah, I do feel like I want to get out and push, to be perfectly honest. There she goes, 2 miles an hour. So what caused that is using the injector rather frivolously, without actually checking boiler pressure to make sure it was sensible to do so. Because using the injector hurts boiler pressure. That's better! How are we doing over here? Still on, we're on a 2.6% gradient now. Wow. Nice one, Tasek. Glad to hear you learning to drive the steam engine. Look at the smoke coming out of this thing. Get the fuel in. Blower off, that's not doing us any favours right now. Welcome to Steve Van Epps, who's just joined us. Welcome back, QWERTY. One thing I'm not particularly keen on, because unless I can access this with IRC as well, is that I can't see when people log into the chat or not. Are we up the top of this hill yet? No, we're still struggling our way up. So we're getting there, we're accelerating up this hill now. Boiler water level, however, is just going to have to suffer. We're almost, are we almost at the top? Is that levelling out, or am I just imagining it? Is that an oasis? So boiler pressure is going down slowly now we've got the injector on, so I just need to watch it. No, I'm using the standard version of the scenario instead of the career version of the scenario. I was intending to do the career version, but never mind. Gold Run Approach 2 is in 3 miles, Gold Run Loop 4 miles, so not long. Not long. Sign on the top of it. This is a tough bit, this just doesn't give up, this part of the hill. We have advanced approach. Thank you, Gigi. Much appreciated. Water's coming in nicely, so is the fire mass, that's good. Speeding back up again now. How's that hill doing? Hey look, the sign of the hill levelling off. Boiler pressure's really starting to suffer now. We're nearly there. Yep, we're nearly there. We have almost made it to the top of this hill. Alright, we just came off the hill. .6 miles now to Gold Run approach. Should use this opportunity to get water and oil in the fire. That's our approach signal, so our next signal is one that we need to pay attention to. Got a lunar indicator on it, so it'll be a 15. Indeed, East Midlands trains. It's popular with me about this time of night. Just under a mile now to our stopping point. Water level's almost up to 0.7. Oh, East Mids Trains, that's Dave M. Okay, excellent. I was wondering where you'd gone. You were in full-on stealth mode. Gigi, I'm not applying the brakes. The brake are actually in the running position, so they're not on. Hey Ninja, thanks for. No, Steve, sorry. Yeah, thanks for trying to join anyway. See you tomorrow. That's enough of that. Let's put some of that in. So we're stopping at Gold Run Approach. Just letting the speed bleed off on its own. There's not much point wasting time with brakes when there's a 2.4% grade that seems to be quite good at stopping us. There's our lunar signal, so we can actually proceed through that. That signal, red, red, white, is a lunar indicator because we're coming off this way. So if this signal would be going straight on, and then these ones are secondary. So we're actually, so it's this pair really is telling us that we're coming off that way. So that's a yellow, white, and the white is what they call a lunar signal, which means as you can see also here, we're getting the 15 mile per hour speed limit. Hey, and the point's even set the right way, so I wasn't wrong too. I do need to stop there, you're right. Right. Pull forward into the loop and give us a hand. Brakes will come off in a minute. Spell it. So we're going to come in here and stop at Gold Run Loop. Still on a 2.5% grade. .7 mile to the stopping point. I couldn't really stop anywhere along here, but I think the intention is to stop at the end. So that is what we shall do. Hey Moorman, going down the hill is actually not easy at all. It becomes an exercise in braking, which, depending on how good the brakes are, or how realistic the brakes are, can be very, very difficult indeed. If you've got the kicking Canadian Mountain Passes route, that's got a more realistic approach at the brakes, and you'll find that going down the 2.4% grade of the Kicking Horse Pass is a nightmare until you learn how to do it. So I'm going to pull up alongside this steam engine and we'll, with the cab forward here, and we'll call it quits there, I think. Shame I didn't get them closer really, but never mind. Right. I've no idea whether that worked. Probably didn't. Anyway, that was that one done. So we finished the Pacific Sioux Fruit Express. The key with that one, because it's a double header, the way that it's built, is to use the F5 display and not the HUD. Right, that's it for me. I'm going to call it quits for the evening. Thank you very much everyone for sticking with it and joining us on Hitbox. I think it's been quite a successful trial, and I shall keep the profile there and probably do some more setup on it later so that we can use it in the future in case Twitch goes wobbly. So back as normal tomorrow, 9:30 PM. We'll be back on Twitch, unless everything goes wobbly again on Twitch. Until then, I shall see you all tomorrow. Bye!